Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris. This is Starters Order 7. We're picking up where we left off, and that is in a great place with some big races. The Arc de Triomphe, a chance at a 140 in the St. Ledger, the Irish St. Ledger, for Rainmaker to continue her dominance at times. And then Guillini just catching up. The least raced of my 2-year-olds gets another shot. Manaluka's got a nice big race in the third leg of the Japanese Triple Crown. Won the first leg, second in the second. Maybe off distance, as well as the two St. Ledgers, the UK and the Irish St. Ledgers, both might also be slightly off distance for us. But we're running well, we're doing okay. The last poor race from us was the Northern Dancer, which lost a lot of rating and kind of takes out cold realistically out of a 140 rating race. Yeah, I'm still not sure exactly how I feel about that and what that was all about. We could still do it. We've got enough races and big races to do it. We win the Arc de Triomphe. In fact, if we win out, then we've got a real shot at a 140. But like I say, on the back of what we just saw, is that realistic? I don't know. So, yeah, a little something to consider. A mysterious trader, Jockey Club Gold Cup, on the back of the Travers that we just destroyed, but also here in the Antimillion where we didn't get anything kind of right. I don't know. Again, it's the same horses we're seeing now. Normandy Whipple, Botanist Culture, even Propre, possibly Renee. They've cropped up a little bit. Drawback to car, we've seen not really do much lately. Lucky Sage, I've seen a little bit. And Anna's Bold is just ungraded. We don't know. But yeah, everybody looks good here. Everyone looks just fine. That's some Propera, which it makes a lot of sense. I mean, they've just won a big race, but can they now come back down here? We are top rated, we're favourite, we're tipped. Possibly Renee is a good horse for sure. Should probably actually be watching these as they come up and look impressive. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to mark either of those two right now. But Proper and Renee, definitely we do. And again, 132, Mysterious Trader. Very good rating. So we're going to kick things off then at Belmont for the Jockey Club Gold Cup. 1 mile, 2 furlongs on the dirt track here. The Class 1, Grade 1 for 3-year-olds and older. And we are 3. Couple of older horses in the mix. But like I say, Propera and Renee, 2 of the favourites in this one alongside us. We'll start off down the inside, get off to a decent start before drifting back. The Canadian Normally Whipple takes it out to the lead. Lucky Sage in ahead of Even Proper, and then Anna's Bold, Botanist Culture and us on camera. The head of possibly Renee and Drawback, Drakkar just out the picture. We are kind of last here. Chance of getting blocked off. We're trying to fight our way through. We're having to go to the inside, which is dangerous, but we do find a little pathway. We've made our way in. 1.5 from home then. And we are now closing on Normandy Whipple up the outside, and we will take a head's lead by the final furlong and start cruising for home. Possibly Renee on the outside, Ivanov Proper on the inside. Both of them doing okay. Neither one gets up on Whipple, who takes a good run from start to finish into second. But Giroux navigates the field nicely, sets up about 2 from home, drives it out, and stands to salute the crowd. Big old win for him there. I like that. Good run, good race. a Mysterious Trader picking up those races that, to be honest with you, nobody else can. We've got some horses that are good at a mile 4. We've got a mile 3. Trader's a mile 2. I know that's, after Darlington, that's 2 good back-to-back races to kind of get things going. And that's always been the way with this horse. We win a bunch. We have a pretty bad result. We come back and do okay. We, have a bad result and we come back and do okay. We don't gain rating. It's a solid horse. I'm not sure you want to breed from it much. I'm not sure there's anything here like exciting enough to truly want to breed. Extra speed's nice, but the rest of the bar, not amazing. Yeah, could get 10 grade 1 wins. Could easily as well get that 135 rating. Probably not the 140. As long as we are realistic and kind of keep our head on the ground, I think that's absolutely fine. Head on the ground. Our feet on the ground. A head from the clouds. But yeah, keep our head on the ground. We'll be fine. We'll plow a furrow right through the finish line. Yeah, I'm not really disappointed with any of my 3-year-olds or 2-year-olds. Alcohol's been very hit and miss for sure, but I don't know if I'd even say I'd be that disappointed in them this year. Like, so close to the World Cup trio. Then things went a bit weird for distance-wise. That was my fault. And we got back into the mix. We're starting to fight, and even in weird circumstances we shouldn't be racing, we do really well. We've come and do good, and the Northern Dancer not well. So, yeah, I can't be mad at any horse. I think everybody's given me a good time, and How Cold is a little jaded here. I've got to run the Arc de Triomphe over here. The 140's already gone, maybe. This could be 10 Group 1 wins. This could just be a nice way to get that. And Toto Raki is back again. Kabusha Knowles. Tyler James is. Schweitzer Riley, we know a little bit too. The Prima Vici, we don't know that much. Looks like they're okay here. And Brown Eyed Flare, yeah, this is also a horse that likes distance, so we should be in the mix with them here. We are slightly agitated, and we're a little jaded. It's the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. Mile 4, Class 1, Grade 1 at Longchamp Paris Francais. 3-year-olds and up on turf, and our chance may just be gone because the horse needs more rest and the horse is wound up and is coming off the back of a poor result. They'll go to the front with last year's winner, the French champion, Mtoto Raki, the Prime Vici. A tipped horse in third. Kabusha Knowles, the Brit, on the inside. Then back to Brown Eyed Flare, the UAE horse, I believe. The Dubai horse in between Schweitzer Riley and Tyler James. A French and an American, I believe. Although James might be British, but I think they're American. We're kind of fighting and stumbling in place. It doesn't look like we've got a ton of speed in this. Kabusha Knowles, the Prima Vici, and ourselves, and Toto Raki. And I mean, the fact that we were agitated, the fact that we were tired, the fact we ran anyway, the fact we didn't get a traditional run at like setting up at 4, going at 3, getting into position at 2, and then driving out for the line. It was very much stop-start. The Prima Vici, sure, big win. for the tipped horse that a lot of people might not have favored. Kudos to them. Very, very good. Raki, very good horse, and has, had some very good runs. The fact that we're right up there with both of those, I feel pretty good about, especially under the circumstances. We do drop rating. I don't think that's very fair. I don't think that's very fair considering. Yeah, agitated. A little too soon, maybe. No, in 12 days, the Canadian International. That's a short schedule anyway, but in the shape we're in now, I don't think so. Yeah, I think we'll see what we do at the Breeders' Cup turf, but I gotta be honest with you, at this point, with our 3-year-olds running at distance, I might prefer them in it. If she runs well here, then she gets these. If I decide not to run her or she runs poorly, then I think we go into the barn early because 140's gone. Maybe she gets 10 Grade 1 wins. I don't really care about the number of Grade 1 wins. I don't really care about the rating. It's not 140. I don't know. I don't know. I'm in a weird place without cold right now. Yeah, back to France. Back to Longchamp. Lingualini Cartel. I was gonna say I don't love the blue triangles very much these days, but Lingualini's only ever won with a blue triangle too. Um, she doesn't look amazing, but she looks fine. Little lazy. Bunch of horses unfit, including the Canadian and some domestics. We are tipped. We are favorite. We're probably the best horse, and we've done all this before. We know what we're doing. I am going to challenge earlier. Like I say, back in Paris, back in France, Longchamp for the Criterium International, Class 1, Grade 1, for 2-year-olds on the turf track, 7 furlongs long. And probably a good field for us. Decent start alongside Lucidius Laughed on the outside, who will go towards the front. Midsummer Tempo up there with Casting Pinker, Addicted Spinel, Clowns Pop, Edicum Champs, and ourselves. Wow. Humorous Sauron at the back with Sears Believe and Sailing Assassins as well. We're in the mix. We are launching. We are going. And it seems like Spinel came with us and then dropped off. Casting Pinker in second, coming up on the outside, trying to find a lane to run, but now they're dropping off. Clowns Pop and Ekdom Champs are in the mix. But final furlong, it's like a 3-length lead unless anybody's got some rocket ships. Lingualini Cartel at the Criterium International. There he goes. Florent stands up with the Eiffel Tower in the back, salutes it, waves to the crowd, and says, "We came, we saw, we got the job done." And again, it just feels like last year where the 2-year-olds are my most impressive horses by far. And the only thing to remember about that is these 2-year-olds, they will be 3 next year. And my 3-year-olds this season have been a little more hit and miss than they were as 2-year-olds. I am wondering, are we peaking a little early? 116, 3 grade 1 wins. Not yet overrated. Overraced, but not overrated either, I don't think. 6 runs under the belt. A very solid win. A very solid win. Yeah, I do wonder what they're going to do as 3-year-olds. Nobles Oblige does come back. But that being said, they're still a long way from racing. In fact, I'm going to put them out to grass to see if that helps them recover a little more. I've heard that it maybe does. Yeah. And I kind of want to get this one right. Will be better over a shorter trip. So not a touch shorter, not a little bit shorter. So you got to feel we're either on distance or we're a little more than we want to run. We didn't look comfortable on mile 2. We looked really comfortable on mile 4. We didn't look comfortable at that mile 4. If I had to guess a distance, I'd probably put us like a mile 4.5 to a mile 5. So mile 610. Is interesting. I've only got breeding indicators for some of these. Mile 2, mile 3. Got 1 at 2. And then the 2 horses we do know are good. Doesn't look like a mile 6 horse at all. I mean, it's a real mixed bag. And then the one I'd actually worry about, of course, would be CeeLo. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what kind of happened there. Apparently OBS kind of locked for a while. Yeah, so Rainmaker actually just got the red triangle, just didn't do anything. A bad run. Nothing good came of it. Kind of the disastrous race, to be honest with you. There's not much more I can say about her and that. And I just feel, honestly, she's got enough wins. She's never going to hit 140. I don't know if she's going to run as a 4-year-old or not. Probably because of distance adaptability. But I don't see her doing too much more as a 3-year-old. So I kind of want to put her in the barn. I feel that's kind of the best thing to do. And I might do the same here soon without Cold. I think that's kind of possibly what is going to come. Yeah, let me know kind of, do you agree or disagree with that? But I just feel that that's kind of the right thing to do before, you know, we just spend 2 months of her doing nothing and out cold, not really doing much. That being said, Shy Prince did win fairly comfortably. Not like amazingly comfortably, but is now sitting at the 140 rating. I don't know why I took you out the page to like see that. But yeah, we'll look over this one. I do think that maybe she would have been okay, but she wasn't. I thought he'd be okay, and he was. So it's kind of a mixed bag. But Shy Prince on that inside, getting a decent enough start, and then really we don't get challenged too much for the rest of the race, to be honest. Now, Dale Matthews on the outside, Kelpie will drop away and not really be involved at the front too much more. And from the back, there's other horses coming, but we just keep ourselves on that inside. We never really get blocked off. We're just trying to keep a lane to run. There's a little mix there, but on the outside then of Daya, and here comes the rest of the field too. And as we stride on round this back end, you can see the whole field is there. And we're just slowly pulling away from them. And we'll get other challengers up, but still a long way from home. And then one drops back and a couple more come. And then, like, should I worry? But as soon as they sort of come up to us, you realize, oh, they don't have anything else. And they start dropping back. And this is just the way in CeeLo Sunshine, the horse I thought would be a big, big challenger. Like, even they start to fall away here. And Kalinka and ourselves, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a big fight. This is going to be it. This is going to be the interesting part of the race. And we just... Wait. That was very similar to the actual run. I thought that was the actual run. Why? Okay, what actually happened there was Kalinka got up alongside us. I thought it was weird because I didn't think they got in front of us, but they came up alongside us. And then they also dropped back in a late push from the back. What the hell? I never understand when that happens. Yeah, it was a little bit earlier than that. Like, Montagonian actually pushed up, didn't drop away. They came through. And CeeLo was just in the mix with them and kind of quickly tailed off. I was so focused on Kalinka, I didn't realize that the rest of that field kind of looked wrong in different places. Okay, well, I guess we can't show that win. But basically, up until, I would say, the final 4 furlongs or so, that was about right. Really, when Montagonian was pushing, I guess. And then these two came up a little bit. And then CeeLo started to fall away. Montagonian came through quite strongly at one point. And Kalinka came through past them, but never kind of got close. Because we were barely headed the entire race. That's such a weird replay. I'm now second guessing myself whether or not what I saw the first time or what you see on the replay is like a true run. It's got to be the first one, right? Otherwise we wouldn't have won. I mean, we paid the price with Rainmaker so that Shy Prince could run, I guess. I mean, I feel very confused right now and a little bit questioning the abilities of this horse, even though we did win a Triple Crown and get to a 140 rating this season. I should be really proud and celebrating, but the game's just shown me stuff that makes me think that there's something weird going on now. And I don't love that. I'm going to bring Nobles over here. I'm rethinking everything now. Irish St. Ledger, really bad. The St. Ledger I thought was really good. Replay doesn't show it. I don't know where that difference comes from within the game. Maybe that's why OBS locked up. Maybe that's something it encountered something that took over all the processor maybe and just froze OBS for a while. Because I've been sitting here for like a few minutes after the race finished and I got back to this screen. I'd saved the game and I just glanced over OBS to check what the time was, and I realized it was actually frozen pre-races. So I'm going to be overthinking this. I don't want to overthink this, but I'm going to be overthinking this. And I can't really for Mana Lurker. We're not on a Triple Crown, but if we finish top 3 here, then we'll have a first, second, and at minimum a third place in Triple Crown for Mana Lurker 2. So yeah. Let's just go to Kyoto. Double, the Queen Elizabeth. Favorite. Tipped. Looking okay. We got an agitated horse. We got a conditioned horse. The duckling's not fit. We look okay, and I'm constantly now looking at OBS. The Queen Elizabeth Cup, then, Class 1, Grade 1 for 3-year-olds and older on the turf track here at Kyoto, Japan. 1 mile, 3 furlongs, and the precursor to a mile 7 third leg of a Triple Crown to come. Can Florent Geroux learn this track quickly, get the job done, and come back for a big one later on today? It's not the best of starts, and we are going to go right to the back with Double. It's a very weird horse in that sometimes they do this. Yeah, maybe the field's just really good. Zayla Hajar, Starbuck Gunner, Castanova Festival leaders all out. Kalinka Duckling may not be fit, but is up in the pack with Manganel Palmer, Archelina Royale, and Clouded Stallions. Double is away off the back, coming through with pace, needs a rocket ship, has a bit of a rocket ship. Ridden as a closer today, then. Manganel Palmer gets blasted. Kalandika Duckling actually fighting there for second place is going to get pushed out of it. But Double with a pretty poor start, takes to the back, is probably 3 to 3.5 legs distant at the rear. Trailing the pack by at least 3 lengths, I will say. Comes round the outside, drives out from home, and does pick up a pretty impressive win that I didn't see coming. But we stayed at a mile 3, and that's kind of maybe what helped. And then the Kikika Show, the mile 7, the third leg of the Triple Crown. And it might be a match race between us and Propre again. Delia, a little lazy. Bonnie is agitated, as is 33 and Veloce 8. The domestics don't really worry me too much. Menina Alton, they ran a mile 7 furlong maiden, and then they've dropped down to a mile 4 and done okay. Propera took the second leg. We took the first leg, they came second. They took the second leg, we came second. We're here for the third leg. It feels like a match race. It really, really does. It's split in tips. We're both looking okay. I think we have slightly more distance than them. Seems to be a lot of 1.4 horses in this. Proper has looked okay at 1.2, bad below that, and 1 at 1.4. This might be tight. Do I do jockey instructions? I think just don't trail. I don't want to challenge later. I think we just run it and see. But yeah, third leg of the Triple Crown out here in Japan at Kyoto today. The Kikoku Show, Class 1, Grade 1 for 3-year-olds on the turf track, 1.7 mile. And as I say, the two Americans who finished 1 and 2 in those first two legs. Manoleka taking the first, Propra taking the second. Could be a match race here for the third. We are away okay towards the front. We will go. Veloce 8 on the outside and Propra in just behind there. The rest of the field. Posh Wisteria, Mimina, Alton, Benny, Matters, Less Optimist. Back to Panoj, Duck, Massini's 33 on the inside. And Daria Delia at the back. Propra now coming up alongside us in second place. Still a little over a mile to run. We don't want to go too early. We don't want to do too much of the running. We kind of want to conserve a little bit here. We're not on distance, but I don't know if anyone else is. We do drift backwards and block off Propra a little bit. Now we've got Alton and Optimist either side of us. We're starting to fall back a little, half a mile from home from the outside. The closer, Daria Delia, is coming through. Us and Propra are not really in the mix, but we now do have a push, and we are sending it. But Daria Delia looks like they've got this one in the bag. Less Optimist, Minina Alton, then ourselves. We're not making enough headway. We're not going to get top 3. That is completely done and dusted as a field swallows us and Propra. Daria Delia, Less Optimist, Menina, Alton take the top 3. We finish a decent way back, but we do beat Del Propra. That is in our favor. We just never really had the distance for it. I do think we're likely to be 1.3 to 1.4 range. And always a stretch, but we had to kind of race it. We had to kind of race it and see. It's a shame. It is a shame. But at the same time, it's not unexpected. Rainmaker was not unexpected. Shy Prince's win actually is a little more unexpected, but of the 3, it's also the one I had the most confidence in, so I don't feel too bad about it. Do I do anything with Manalurka? I don't know. Right now, I don't feel like they're going to do too much towards the end of the season. I've got other horses at 1.4 mile, like Shy Prince. I'd be happy to run there. So Obligé at 1.1 mile, Trader on 1.2 mile, Out Cold and Shy Prince, both maybe running 1.4 mile, double at 1.3 mile. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of makes sense to me to keep it that way for the end of the season now. So maybe Out Cold into the breeding barn. You can weigh in and have your say on this one too, but I'm starting to lean towards yes. I'm not sure why, but I'm leaning towards yes. I'm maybe not running the 2-year-olds until the Breeders' Cup. Problem is, they're all 7 furlong to a mile. They're all fillies. They are going to be in each other's way for a lot of these races. I'm not sure, but I think at least we got clarity here on the 3-year-olds for distances. Nobody really in each other's way. Shy Prince on mile 4, Double Double on mile 3. Mysterious Trader on mile 2, Nobles Oblige. I just don't know. Even if they're fit. By the time Breeders' Cup comes around. Which sounds really weird for me to say. Yeah, there's some good races, and then there's also... And then there's also... Oh, weigh in on that. Weigh in on Shy Prince, 140 rating in the 2-mile Melbourne Cup. Weigh in on a trip to Australia for some horses. Maybe, just maybe. Mile 1 can come down to a mile. The mile 2's fine. If Out Cold isn't running the mile 4, then to be honest with you, Double Double can move up from a mile 3 to get that. And that frees up Shy Prince and Out Cold. Does Shy Prince go for the Melbourne Cup? Or maybe Shy Prince goes for the Victoria Derby and Out Cold at 2 miles tries to make another run of it. Run them both at Goodwood. Could run them both at Melbourne. Weigh in, let me know. I'm going to have to go away and think about this one. I'm just not sure, but hey. Wild Ride. Maybe Manalurka has runs now. Maybe. I guess bring him back out. If we run them both in the Melbourne, and that opens up Victoria for Manalurka, I guess. Yeah, leave your comments in the section down below. I'm very interested to see what y'all think about this. Have a little discussion, and I'll read through them and try and figure out kind of where my head's at in the meantime too. But I just don't know. Very interesting. I concentrated on November for the 2-year-olds. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought, I don't normally do the Breeders' Cup justice. And now I'm sitting here and I've got like a couple of races we can probably do. And if we've got a true 7 furlong, then challenging earlier at 5.25 might not even be that bad. We could even just do all that on the day before. We take horses on the 7th. I don't know. We've definitely got these two, I feel. I don't know for who. Probably Lingualini and Soul Speaker. And then is Finding Easy Red a run? Which isn't here. Maybe... I don't know. But that's kind of what I concentrated on, was thinking Breeders' Cup. And with Breeders' Cup, do the 2-year-olds, do the 3-year-olds, maybe even out cold, as she's currently booked into the turf. And now I'm looking at Flemington. So yeah, interested to see what might happen and possibilities, kind of what you think about it all. But like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill for the algorithm. Really do appreciate all the support, as always. I'll see you next time, though. Take care, stay safe, all the very best. We figure this out, and we make our decisions. Who runs what, and where, and when. I'm going to take out cold off that for the moment, because I don't know quite what we're really going to be doing, but interesting decisions to be made. We've got other playlists on the channel. Go check them out. I think they'll enjoy that content. And the membership's available if you are feeling ultra generous. I'll see you next time, though, guys. Let me know what you think. Big decisions. And now, I also do have a 140 to protect. It's going to be a tough decision for me. It's going to be tough.